All eyes were on Beijing on Wednesday as Russian President Vladimir Putin met Chinese President Xi Jinping for high-stakes talks focused on energy, trade and strategic cooperation. One of the key issues on the agenda was the long-discussed Power of Siberia 2 gas pipeline project. Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov said Russia and China had already agreed on the main parameters of the project, including the road and construction model. Also, no final timeline has been announced. The proposed pipeline would transport up to 50 billion cubic meters of Russian gas annually to China through Mongolia, becoming another major energy link between the two countries. Discussions reportedly continue over pricing and financing terms. Energy was front and center during the summit, especially as tensions in the Middle East continue to affect global energy markets. Putin said Russia remains a reliable supplier of oil, gas, liquefied natural gas and coal to China's growing market. Putin also emphasized the growing shift away from the US dollar, saying almost all trade between Russia and China is now conducted in rubles and yuan. Xi focused on China's long-term economic vision, saying this year marks the beginning of the country's 15th five-year plan. He added that Beijing would continue expanding high-level economic opening and shared development opportunities with Russia and other countries as part of China's modernization strategy. Chinese state media portrayed the summit as a meeting between old friends and long-standing strategic partners, language frequently used by Beijing to highlight the personal relationship between Xi and Putin and the stability of China-Russia ties. Xi has previously referred to Putin as his old friend and best friend, while both leaders have repeatedly described bilateral relations as being at their highest level in history. The two sides signed around 40 agreements covering industry, trade, transport, nuclear energy, education, film and lunar energy projects, with 21 signed in the presence of the two leaders. Russia and China also signed a railway infrastructure agreement as Russian Railways considers launching passenger train services to China. They also adopted two key documents on strengthening strategic partnership and promoting a multipolar world order. In effect, Moscow and Beijing formalized their shared vision of what the world order should look like. The working day ended with a state reception hosted by Xi, followed by an informal team meeting behind closed doors. The Kremlin described it as one of the key moments of the visit, with the next meeting between the two leaders scheduled for the Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in Bishkek in late August. Abukhaya Jafarova, A News, Beijing, China.